Hello, and welcome to this very exciting vlog for me. I have been waiting the entire year to read this book, Murder in the Family by Cara Hunter. If you don't know, I love murder mysteries, not books. I love murdery shows, so CSI, Bones, love that to death. I loved the Miss Marple movies, specifically this woman actress. Loved her. I'm very obsessed with that kind of stuff, and my whole life I have been kind of able to figure out who did it because my dad is like that, so I just inherited that. He's very annoying watching movies, but it is what it is. Because of that, I'm very excited to read this because it literally says on the front cover, can you solve the case before they do? So I'm gonna try to do that today. Today's a Friday. I'm gonna give myself however long it takes, hopefully during this weekend, to read this and figure out who did it. So this is going to be a spoilery-ish video. So this is your warning. I'm probably going to spoil something. I might try to not spoil as much, but I don't know if that would be as entertaining. So it's going to be a spoilery review of sorts. And because I'm trying to figure out who did it, I will be annotating the book. But I'm only going to be using 2 colors or 3. I still haven't decided. The color I use the least of is blue. I don't know why. There aren't a lot of sad moments in the books that I read, so I don't use it as much. So I will be using blue for evidence in the book. So like key evidence that I think is very important, I'm gonna highlight and put a blue sticker on it. The second least used post-it color is green. So I'm gonna use that for confirmed evidence. And then if I need, I was thinking I could use pink for alibis. I don't know for sure because I haven't started the book. I don't know what's happening or how it is. So I think I might change it around. But for now, those are what I think I'm gonna use them for. So yeah, I'm gonna start this. And then if something happens, I will come back and talk to you about it. But I'm very excited. I've been literally waiting a whole year for this. Yay! Also, if during this video the lighting is shit, it's stormy outside for the whole week now, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Hopefully this lighting is okay. It's currently nighttime, so I have to use unnatural lights. I'm also sitting in a chair, which feels very strange, but I have gotten some information. I have read a lot of this. Not a lot. I've read 28 pages of The Murder in the Family. I have discovered who we're talking about, what exactly kind of is the like, not preliminary. What am I looking for? Kind of like what the murder is. Not any kind of evidence, not anything like that, because I wanted to go on here, tell you about that, my predictions so far, and then I will continue reading. So the person that was murdered is called Luke Ryder, and he is 26 years old. He is the stepfather, weirdly, of 3 children, just 3, who at the time of the murder were 15, 13, and 10. The oldest 2 are girls, and the youngest was a boy. The boy was in the house when the stepfather was murdered. The 2 teenage girls were at the cinema. The wife / the mother of the children, she was at a party, so she was not at home. The person who found the body was the eldest daughter in the garden, and the stepdad was, I don't know how he died yet, but his face was beaten aggressively. At least that's what I posted. It says, the face and head brutally beaten. Yeah, and the little boy was asleep in his bedroom, which, do I believe that? I don't know. And then we also get like a family tree of the family, and I noticed something weird, which is that the original husband of the wife, because this is her second marriage, he married her. Okay, I need to use names. So the wife is called Caroline, and Caroline had a previous marriage, aka the father of the 3 children, the biological father, And something weird that I noticed was that he actually married her a year after his first wife died, which I think is a bit strange, but he's dead, so I don't think that's actually gonna help anyone. But that's what I thought was interesting so far. My current prediction is that it's possibly the little boy who was 10 at the time. That is my prediction. From the first 28 pages, that is the vibe that I'm getting, because it's usually always somebody close to the person who died, usually. And I think it's because he's the most unexpected person, for now, the most unexpected person to do it, and I don't know. I'm gonna go with that for now. I might change my mind, I might not, but that is my current prediction, that I think it is the little boy who did it. But those are all the thoughts that I have so far. I'm probably gonna read a little bit more. It's very fast because it is written like screenplay, and then it has like pictures and autopsies and text messages. It's mixed media, which I love. So it goes by really fast. So hopefully I will get to page like 150 today. That is the plan. So I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm probably not going to update you today unless something very interesting happens. I will keep note of all of my thoughts and feelings, so if it is too late for me to update you, because I do have other people living in this house, I will tell you tomorrow. I have reached page 136, not 150 like I said yesterday, but that's okay. A lot has happened, but also nothing has happened. I think I'm going to change my prediction, but at the same time, it's still gonna stay there. Yesterday I told you basically the like crime, like what happened, but not anything else. I think I just told you that and my prediction. Since then a lot has happened. Obviously there's a lot. The main suspect for them is the wife, for obvious reasons, and the stepson, the woman's stepson, so the son from the first marriage, him, which I don't think it was either of them. I think they're red herrings, but whatever. Also, this show, because we follow a show where a bunch of different people from different backgrounds, like lawyers, crime scene investigators, policemen, psychologists, all stuff like that, they all work together to try and figure out who did this murder 20 years later. And one of them, who is a journalist, it turns out he was at the crime scene when it happened, and he has very sus vibes, because he says that he was scanning the police scanners, the little walkie-talkie things, I hope you know what I mean, and he heard about that something was going on at the house, and he was there and he saw the body, and they arrested him because they thought he did it. But the main policeman at the time, he says otherwise. He says that he was there, but he was hiding. He was not like out in the open like he claimed he was, and that he had drugs on him and they thought he was selling drugs to the guy who died. So he's a bit weird. I don't think it was him because it just doesn't make sense, but maybe, don't know, you never know. I personally don't think it was him. We also find out that somebody, we don't know who, somebody called the house before the murder from a payphone, so nobody knows who it is. So it could be just a random person that we don't know, but I don't think it would be that. Also very suspicious are the two daughters. We see their text messages and they're very suspicious. It might have been the middle daughter. I think it was one of the children. Just, that's my guess. It's either Guy, the youngest son, that's his name, or the second daughter, whose name is Emily, I think. My guess, probably out there, probably wrong, maybe, hopefully not, for now, is one of the children did it, because Guy says he doesn't remember anything. The other two have very suspicious texts. I don't know. We also find out that the mother, Caroline, was supposedly cheating on her husband with somebody else, so it could be that lover affair person that killed the husband. There's a lot of possibilities right now. My goal for today is to get to halfway. So, how many pages is this? Trying not to spoil myself. Gotta squint. 465 pages. So, let's say, probably not exactly halfway, but to 250, would be ideal today. I don't know if that's half. That's a little bit over half, but that's my goal for today. 120 pages feels doable. For now, my guesses are that it's one of the children, probably not the eldest, so either the youngest or the second daughter, or it's the random lover man, but he supposedly was at the party, so I don't know. So those are my guesses for now, for today, in this moment. If anything critical happens, I will film again during the nighttime with the horrific lighting that blinds me, but we never know. Otherwise, I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna get back to reading. I wasn't gonna update you. We're gonna ignore the fact that I'm in my bed right now and I look like death, and it's like 1 in the morning. But something wild has happened in the book, and I needed to come on here to tell you about it because I'm shocked, genuinely, and that's pretty rare. I'm on page 174. It was slightly before that, but the 3rd episode ends with a wild plot twist. I was not expecting it at all. I kind of don't want to spoil it, even though I said this was a spoiler vlog. I'm just gonna put a warning: if you don't want to know this massive spoiler, then you can skip. Luke Ryder is not Luke Ryder. Never, ever was I ever gonna expect that. Basically, they start researching his past, and one of the detectives that is now a private investigator, he figures out that the guy who died, who said his name was Luke Ryder, is not the real Luke Ryder, because the real Luke Ryder died in a bombing in Cambodia or whatever it was. In Beirut, sorry. Excuse me? I'm so shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. My mouth wide open reading this. My brain is not okay right now. It's 1 in the morning. Anyways, that was what I wanted to tell you. I'm gonna go read maybe until 2:50, like I said, maybe more. Depending on my exhaustion levels and how much I'm enjoying the book, I might get further into the book before tomorrow, but I also want to sleep. So yeah, sorry for this shit lighting and whatever this is, but I'm gonna go read. Hello, it's been a little bit. I have continued reading. I am almost finished with this. I have like 100 or less pages left of the book, and I just wanted to update you. I still think it's one of the children, and I'm on page 360, and I still think it's one of the children, but we have learned some more stuff. The guy who died, he is a con man, and this is like not the first person he's like assumed the identity of. He's also scammed more women before, and the reason that I'm here to update you is because I'm pretty sure every single one of the experts that are trying to figure out who did it, they're all connected to the case in one way, because so far 3 of them have directly been impacted, if that makes sense. So one of them was at the crime scene when it happened. He was there. We still don't know if it was legitimate or not, but whatever. The second one has been investigating this guy for 20 years. And then the third person, his sister, was scammed by this guy. So I think every single one of them has had some sort of interaction with the guy who died, and that's why they're there. But yeah, it's been pretty good. The last chapter or episode that I read, I wrote a little note saying they're all connected, which I'm pretty sure. Supposedly, the real name of the guy who died, it's not Luke, it's Jonah, who supposedly died when he was 17, obviously not, and he's been using other people's identities since then. Supposedly, that's what they're alluding to right now. Yeah. So my guess is still one of the children, but it might, maybe, small chance, I'm adding an extra is one of the investigators or experts on the show. Could be that. So I literally was gonna finish this yesterday, but I needed to update. Car. But I needed to update so that I could prove that I did think something was gonna happen, and then it happens and I was right, because I'm usually right. I just needed to prove that I thought this before I finished. But I'm gonna go read the next episode, and then I'll try to come back for the final episode and my reaction to that. So I'll see you later. So as you saw, yesterday I finished Murder in the Family. I did figure out who it was correctly, so yay me. I'm just a genius, I guess. Did I like it? Yes, it's fun. I like the formatting, but I'm thinking a 3 or a 3.5. It's not the most plot twist, oh my god, whoa, thriller mystery kind of vibe, but it was fun, and I had fun reading it and trying to figure out who it was. Even though I figured out on page like 20, it was still fun. If you've read this book, did you figure out who it was like me or not? But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird vlog. Bye!